Guys, what's going on? We've just had Tommy Coyle v Chris Algieri. Great fight. Tommy Coyle broke the heat. I didn't expect the fight to be as competitive as it was. It was a very competitive fight. Tommy Coyle, massive respect to him. He put up a great performance. Chris Algieri looks like he's faded a little bit. He doesn't look like he's the fighter he was. You remember Chris Algieri against that great fight that he had against Perodnikov, which was a very, very good fight for Algieri. He boxed very smartly, and it was a good performance. But he does look like he's become a lot more hittable. He's vulnerable. I think the defeats against Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao, even Amir Khan took a lot out of him. I think he's going to struggle against the top boys, but Tommy Coyle deserves a lot of respect. In terms of this fight, the first round was very close, not much in it. The second round, Tommy Coyle hurt Chris Algieri with a massive right hand, and Algieri looked like he was shaken and he was all over the place. And Coyle, pounced on him, but Algieri always looked bigger. He always looked bigger and stronger, had the reach and height advantage, and he just looked like he was in control. Although Coyle had his moments in the fight, it just looked like Algieri at any time could take the fight away from him. Now, Algieri then hurt him in the fourth round where he put Coyle down, and Coyle looked like he was done. Coyle showed great heart to get back up, and he fought on. And actually, Matthew Macklin on commentary was saying Coyle's very dangerous when he's hurt. And to give credit to Coyle, he put up a great display after that. He showed some great determination, but you could clearly see that Coyle's determination and grit was being worn down by a bigger Algieri, and Algieri was getting to him. Coyle started becoming more hittable, and he started getting very tired. You could clearly see that Algieri was starting to bust him up. And I think in the 8th round, his trainer Jamie Moore stopped the fight, and he said to him in the corner, I can't let you go on like this. I'm not like this. And Tommy Coyle wasn't very happy. He said that, not at Madison Square Gardens. Don't do this. Don't stop it. And then it was clear dissent from Tommy Coyle. He wasn't very happy with Jamie Moore for stopping the fight. But I want to say this, that I think you've got to give Jamie Moore a lot of credit. That's a hard decision for a trainer to make. A decision like that to stop their fighter, but it was the right call. He was getting bust up. Algieri was the bigger man. He was a superior boxer. All that was going to happen is Coyle was going to end up on his back. And the thing is with Coyle, he's a very tough man. He's probably going to stick in there and keep taking punishment, but what for? He weren't going to win the fight. Algieri was ahead on the scorecards. All that would have happened is he would have keep taking vicious punishment, and you can't let your fighter take a beating, and that's what would have happened to Tommy Coyle. He would have just carried on getting beaten up. So I think Jamie Moore made the right decision. I think Tommy Coyle can have his head up held high because he'd be putting a great performance. I didn't think he'd be able to perform or put in a performance or the fight would be as competitive as it was. Now, Algieri was miles ahead on the cards, but the fight was competitive. It looked like Coyle was in the fight all the way through. Yes, towards the back end of the fight, it did look like Algieri started dominating and started to get on top of Coyle. Coyle is obviously a hard man. He stuck it out. He was gritting it out. But I just think Algieri's resume and the level that Algieri's operated at, just paid off in the end. I do think Algieri now is going to move on for a world title shot. I'm not sure that he's going to be able to win a world title. I know he wants to win a world title, but I doubt he's going to be able to win a world title. It's going to be very difficult for him. He does look like a former shadow of himself. I think he's had a big layoff. And I don't think he's the fighter he was. But Coyle, like I said, can hold his head up high because it was a great performance by him. I just think he came up against a guy that was bigger, stronger, and probably technically much better than him. And I think and that paid in the end for Algieri. I think Algieri's going to go on now to bigger and better things. Like I said, he's going to go and challenge for a world title against Maurice Hooker, who's a very good boxer. Maurice Hooker, us UK fans would know him from the fight against Terry Flanagan, where he beat Terry Flanagan. He's a very good boxer, and you'd probably give him the edge over Chris Algieri right now. But Algieri, like I said, you can never count Algieri off. You don't know how motivated he was for this fight. Obviously, he was fighting a guy that he was expected to beat. But nevertheless, I give Tommy Coyle massive credit for bringing the fire, bringing the heat. He put in a great performance, and and he should be proud. Like I said, most people didn't think the fight would be as competitive as it was. And Algieri, if you look at his face after the fight, you could tell he'd been in a really hard fight. So massive respect to Tommy Coyle for putting in a great performance. But Algieri, the bigger, stronger man, class paid off in the end. Leave your thoughts, guys, and guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.